Hello, I'm a Bullis Student Tutor, and today I will be talking about cellular respiration. The goal of cellular respiration is to harvest energy from glucose that can be used by the cell. It occurs in three main steps. First, glycolysis, then the citric acid cycle, also known as the Krebs cycle, and lastly, the electron transport chain. This step is also called oxidative phosphorylation. The goal of the first step, glycolysis, is to split glucose to generate ATP. The location is the cytoplasm for all organisms. This is a simplified model of glycolysis, showing how glucose, a 6-carbon molecule, is split into two pyruvates, which are 3 carbon molecules. This occurs through a series of steps that are catalyzed by different enzymes. These steps generate a net of 2 ATP, which is energy for the cell, and 2 NADH, which are electron carriers. The goal of the next step, the citric acid cycle, or the Krebs cycle, is to complete oxidation of the pyruvate to generate ATP and electron carriers for the ETC. The location in eukaryotes of this step is the mitochondrial matrix. The location in prokaryotes is the cytoplasm, since they do not have any membrane-bound organelles. The waste of this process is carbon dioxide. This is a simplified model of the citric acid cycle, showing how a series of steps catalyzed by different enzymes generates electron carriers NADH and FADH2. A small amount of ATP is also generated from this process. These electron carriers will go to the next step, the ETC. The goal of this step is to generate ATP. This step generates the most out of all the others in cellular respiration. The location in eukaryotes is the inner mitochondrial membrane. The location in prokaryotes is the plasma membrane. This is a model of the ETC, showing how electron carriers NADH and FADH2 will drop off their electrons that will flow down the ETC. The ETC consists of electron carriers that are embedded into the inner mitochondrial membrane. Once these electrons have flowed down, they will be caught by oxygen, which combines with hydrogen ions to form water. This downhill fall of electrons produces energy that can be used by the electron carriers to pump hydrogen ions or protons against their concentration gradient, meaning from a low concentration inside the matrix to a high concentration in the intermembrane space. Then, the only way for these hydrogen ions to fall down their concentration gradient, so from a high to low concentration, is through the enzyme ATP synthase. As hydrogen ions move through ATP synthase, this allows the enzyme to combine ADP in a phosphate group to generate ATP. This is how the ETC generates ATP that can be used by the cell. Thank you for watching. This is a simplified model of cellular respiration and how the cell generates energy that it can use. Thank you.